Hello folks, this is an overview of week 4, how to use objects to work with data, dates, and functions. So the way this works is I've got chapter 4 listed as occurring over 3 separate weeks, and that's because there's a lot to really grasp with chapter 4. This is the ebook, and the way it's going to work is this week we'll cover how to use objects to work with data. This will be an introduction to JavaScript objects, window object, document object, text box and number objects, and date and string objects. And week 5 will be going more in depth on functions, including the arrow function ES6. Then in week 6 we'll talk about events, how to attach event handlers. So that said, there is a rather long lecture, and the lectures are going to slightly change over the next few weeks, and I will use a little bit of PowerPoint, and then I'll break into code mode and we'll kind of play around with the console and show you a little bit more hands-on of what we're teaching. So the reading for this is just that 10 or 12 pages, which is how to work with objects. But I want you to really work with the code. Let me go back real quick. Because the next homework assignment will not be due until the end of week 5. Okay, it's the homework 3, events and functions. And for us, we have the reading, we have our lecture. The date object is going to be, we're going to want to play around with that because it's a good indicator of how JavaScript works, especially with pre-built objects. So I've given you a video with code. There's a date object cheat sheet. A little bit overview on the string object. You see me work with Google Chrome a lot. You see me work with the Chrome tools. So there is a really good article here that I want you to try. It's a great video of 12 tricks to develop more quickly. So that is going to be a good keeper for people who are really serious about getting into this as a career. I mean, you see how I use the console. It's my right hand. It's so important. So this week, go through the materials. Definitely go through the entire lecture and the code. The lecture is long. It's longer than I like a lecture to be honest. It's about 40 minutes, something like that. But I've got the code that I work with inside that lecture, and it kind of just backs up what we're learning. So with the reading and then the lecture and then the files, we can start to plan our next homework. You may notice this week too that some of the weeks have been hidden, and that's because I'm doing a little updating and just making sure that everything's just modern, more ES6 based. So you may see some changes in the course, but don't worry. Everything, the same requirements, the syllabus, it's all the same. We go the same level. I'm just updating content. All right, so that's chapter 4, week 4, and the next homework assignment is not due until the 26th, which is 2 weeks. So that'll be a homework that predicates off next week's lecture, basically. So that's it. If there are questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.